Good morning, it's Monday, January 18th, and this is the Herald Review's Daily Chirp podcast. We're bringing you a closer look at one of our top stories, along with other important things going on in our community. Today, Councilwoman Sarah Pacheco wanted to pass a resolution that would have expressed the council's dismay with the actions of pro-Trump supporters at the Capitol. But first, a quick message from our sponsor.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Lawley from the Lawley Automotive Group, and we've stocked up on inventory at all of our dealerships. If you've been thinking about a new car, we've got the deal for you on a new Buick, GMC, Chevrolet, Ford, Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. You don't have to go to Tucson or Phoenix to buy a new vehicle. We're your hometown dealer since 1995. We'll beat the big city dealers in price, and our customer service is small town dealer friendly. Come into any one of the Lawley dealerships today or shop lawleycars.com and see why nobody beats a Lawley deal. Nobody.
Before we begin, some local history. Sierra Vista is known as the hummingbird capital of the United States. The San Pedro Riparian National Conservation Area, designated in 1988, is situated on 10 acres bordering the San Pedro River. The river is one of the largest and most critical avian migratory corridors in the western U.S. Today's history is brought to you by Benson Hospital. They're doing more than treating illnesses in Benson, they're building a healthier community. Benson Hospital is now collaborating with the Diaper Bank of Southern Arizona to provide diaper assistance to families in need. For more information, visit their website at bensonhospital.org. Now our feature story. Councilwoman Sarah Pacheco wanted to pass a resolution at Thursday's meeting that would have expressed the council's dismay with the actions of pro-Trump supporters at the Capitol last week. The resolution was not placed on the agenda for Thursday's regular city council meeting, a disappointed Pacheco said Friday morning.
And I'll share a Martin Luther King Jr. quote as well. The time is always right to do what is right. With that in mind, I am going to read the resolution that I proposed. And this is my own comments and feelings. I was shocked and disgusted by the attack at the United States Capitol that took place on January 6th. The violent and disgraceful demonstrations at the United States Capitol that resulted in the death of a Capitol Police officer was a desecration of the people's house, and all involved should be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. This was a direct attack on our nation's democratic process and cannot stand. I affirm my support for the outcome of the 2020 elections, and I have full confidence in the legal processes, many legal processes that were undertaken to ascertain that the election was properly conducted and the results are true. I urge all in our nation to move past the hateful, divisive, and incendiary rhetoric and come together for a peaceful transition of power, which has been a cornerstone of our democratic process since the founding of our nation. And regardless of who you voted for, I think that once the election results are final, that part of being a citizen of this country is that you put party aside and you put country first, and we move to a peaceful transition of power regardless of who you voted for. It's so important. So that's my comment.
Pacheco later said this is the second time since she's been on the panel that the city council did not place a proposed resolution on the agenda that sends a message. She said her reasons for wanting such a resolution placed on the agenda was threefold: to express disagreement for what happened at the Capitol, to show that the city affirms the results of the 2020 presidential election, and to urge the country toward a peaceful transition of power at every level. In other business, the Sierra Vista City Council unanimously approved the following items: an intergovernmental agreement continuing the Joint Emergency Medical Services and Fire Science program between Sierra Vista Fire and Medical Services and Cochise College. A memorandum of understanding with the Cochise College for the city to provide fleet maintenance services for a 1997 Pierce 1,000-gallon pumper fire truck that was donated to the college from the city for use in the fire science program. The appointment of Damon Malone to the Planning and Zoning Commission, the appointment of Jessica Kunkel and Joseph Hayes to the Parks and Recreation Commission, the appointment of Rachel Gray as Mayor Pro Tem, and finally, newly elected council members Angelica Landry and Gregory Johnson, and Gray, who was re-elected, were all sworn in to begin their 4-year terms. Want to stay up to date on what's going on? Join Neighbor, your trusted neighborhood community. Neighbor is a free online forum you can trust to connect with your community, focus on facts, and make a difference. Join the conversation. Visit nabur.myheraldreview.com. Now, a quick update on our local sports, brought to you by Apex Network Physical Therapy in Benson and Sierra Vista. They're doing more than just treating patients, they're helping patients get back to living their daily lives. Using extensive knowledge, their therapists treat each patient one-on-one, focusing on individual care. To learn more, go to apexnetworkpt.com. The heads of high school athletes, coaches, and fans are spinning after a whirlwind week and off-season for winter sports. Arizona Interscholastic Association member schools were given permission last week to reinstate winter sports after a previous vote to cancel the season. One of the reasons for the revote was to give schools the opportunity to choose whether or not they will offer sports, and give athletes and their parents the choice to play. Finally, we'd like to remember the life of Adrienne Smith. Adrienne was born in 1944 in Germany. She loved animals, especially dogs, and over the years she adopted countless rescue dogs. Her most recently adopted Chihuahua, named Chico, lived 13 years. Her love of animals also included wild birds, as well as stray parakeets. Coco, a lost parakeet, found a home with her for 15 years. She came to Sierra Vista in 1976 and made it her home when she settled in Hereford. Fond of the fresh mountain air, she created her own garden paradise, complete with a greenhouse in which she spent her free time growing exotic plants and vegetables. On many weekends, she and her grandson would enjoy spending time together working in that greenhouse. Adrienne was a trusted member in the community and developed strong bonds and friendships through her hard work and dedication to perfection. She loved life and this town and the people in it, and was always willing to lend a helping hand. Thank you for taking a moment today to remember and celebrate Adrienne's life. Thanks for tuning in to the Herald Review podcast today. Join us again on Tuesday. And remember, the Herald Review is here for you with local news you can trust. For more information on any of the stories you heard about today, visit us at myheraldreview.com. Right now, you can become a member starting at just $1.99 per week.